Hi everyone, welcome back to Automatic English Grammar. This is Fill in the Parts of Speech, and my name is Hannah McAdams. Okay, we are in Unit 1, still nouns and the words that replace or describe them, nouns, pronouns, and adjectives. Okay, and today we're going to talk about object nouns. There are 8 parts of speech: nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, interjections. Unit 1 will be nouns, pronouns, adjectives. Unit 2, verbs and adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections will be in Unit 3. Okay, we are here still studying nouns. We only have 2 more. We can do it. Okay, so we will be studying this is an overview of nouns. We'll study all of these in detail in the next 2 lessons. Okay, so a noun can name the name of a person, like an astronaut, or a place, like a restaurant, or a thing, like a box, or an idea. Okay, nouns can be singular, like box, or plural. Again, I'm not going to go into plural rules in detail. I do have a whole video on how to make nouns plural, and I have a whole spelling program where we do this every single day. So if you want to learn more about that, you can check out those 2 resources. But when a word ends in X, we add ES to make it plural. Okay. Nouns can be common, like tree, or proper, like oak tree. Okay. Nouns can show possession, like the box's content. Okay, it belongs to the box. All right, and then nouns can have different jobs depending on where they are in the sentence. And a group of animals of the same kind may have a collective name. Okay, nouns can name a person, and we call these personal nouns. So we have boy, child, woman, teenager, mermaid, okay? Or they can identify a group, like I am a Christian, or I am a hero, or a 4-H'er, okay? And nouns can identify jobs or occupations, like a president, or a king, or a lawyer, okay? And also about relationships, sister, cousin, brother. You get the idea. Nouns can name location nouns can name a building, or a biome, like a desert, or a geological feature, like a valley. Okay. And also location nouns can name a place in outer space, like Mars, or a large place on Earth, like a province or a continent. Okay. Nouns can name a thing. We call these object nouns. So this is our new lesson for today. Object nouns can be living or non-living. So for example, some living nouns are trees, grass, fungi, microorganisms. Okay, those are all things that are alive, but they're things, not people. Okay, some non-living objects are things like pencil, desk, sink, ornament, paint. I honestly, when I was doing this, just looked around the room and wrote down things that I saw in the room. Okay, object nouns are things you can see, touch, feel, or taste. So some things you can see are like a car or a balloon. Some things you can touch are like a pillow or slime. Things you can feel: the wind and heat. Now look at these. You cannot see the wind, right? But if it's really windy, you can feel it. You cannot see heat, right? But if you're sitting next to the heater or a fireplace or something, you can feel heat. So be careful, because most of the nouns we've talked about are what we call concrete nouns, things that we can see. But some things are nouns that we can feel, like the wind and heat. Okay, so be careful, because those are still nouns because we can feel them. Okay, or things we can taste, like cookies or ice cream or pizza. Okay, all right. Animals are nouns that don't fit into a good category. So there's a big debate about this. Many people think that animals should not be classified under things, because some animals can have some personality. I have 2 dogs. One is really smart and sneaky, and one is really loving and pretty dumb. Really, he's not very smart at all. But so they kind of have personalities, okay? But then many people think that animals should not be classified under people or a person because animals are not humans. So they kind of fall under the thing category, but if that bothers you, what I would do is either remember that an animal is a noun, or add animal to the definition of a noun. So our definition is a noun is the name of a person, place, thing, or idea. So just add an animal to that. A noun is the name of a person, place, thing, animal, or idea. If you want to do that, that's fine. Okay, as with all nouns, object nouns can be common or proper, singular or plural. So we have plant, plants, plant, red gold tomato. Okay, pencil, Ticonderoga pencils. Do you know what those are? They're amazing. They're my favorite. Okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but they're great. And then hamburger, hamburgers. Common would be hamburger, and proper would be like a Big Mac. Okay. All right, nouns can show possession. Now, we haven't talked a whole lot about this, so pay attention. We usually show this by adding apostrophe S. Okay, so here the sentence is, the tree's leaves are turning orange. Okay, so in this sentence, we're talking about the leaves that belong to a particular tree. Okay, so that's showing possession. The tree owns the leaves. The tree's leaves are turning orange. So we have that apostrophe S there. We are not going to be covering possessive nouns in detail, but I do talk a lot about possessive nouns in my spelling program. So if that's something you're interested in, check it out in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. I'll have a link in the description. Okay, again, we will have a word bank. So look at the Appendix A in the back of your handouts and go to the object nouns for that. Okay, and then you're going to underline some nouns. Look for persons, places, or things, or animals this time for your story. This is a story that you may have read or maybe will read in the future. I really like it. Okay, and then remember to don't look at the story before you think of these nouns, okay? Do this first and then look at the story. But I do want to show you a couple things. So if you look down here, something you can taste, and it says singular. So I want you to think of something you can taste, a food, cookie, okay, is what I said. And then plural, what's the plural of cookie? So I have one cookie or I have two, right, cookies. So be careful because we're going to have a 6A, cookie, and 6B, cookies. Okay, it's the same for 5 and 7. Okay, so be careful with that. All right, now remember I use scaffolding and spiral review to teach, and I have several other lessons, so you might be interested in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. That's all I have for you today. I will talk to you next time.